Welcome to Are You Paying Attention?
We're here.
We are here. I'm Sarah.
And I'm David, and we are going to talk about Survivor today.
Survivor! The merge happened!
The merge!
Which is new for us.
Yes.
We don't know about a merge.
And it was also a surprise for all the people on the island, because it was earlier than usual.
Yes. Apparently 13 is a large number for individual competition.
Usually, I guess it's 9 or 10.
So they were all a little surprised. And it was interesting timing because they had the group that had gone to tribal council, who had blindsided Woo, which also blindsided Savage and Wigglesworth.
Yeah.
So they were all like, whoa, what's happening?
What are we gonna do?
Safety?
Yeah.
Right. Where do we all fit in here? And then boom, merge.
Oh man, and Savage could not be happier because he was like, these people are snakes, and they
liars.
are unbelievable liars, like I've never seen anything like it. So he, the merge was perfect timing for him.
Perfect timing for him. And then Sierra mentioned, whoops, we just pissed some people off, and now we're merging. Bad timing. Yeah,
right. But it was good timing, I guess, to get Woo out, because everyone was talking about we can't bring him to the merge, we can't bring him to the merge. And they thought that they had more time, but they didn't. So they really got him out at the best possible time.
Is that because he's a strong competitor?
Yeah. So when you're fighting for individual immunity, he's going to win challenges. So it was good that they got him out before the merge for their own safety.
I guess, but you still have some, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Who has never even been to tribal council.
They didn't even have an opportunity to get him out.
I mean, there's other people that have threats as well.
Yeah. So they do the merge. Everyone's kind of a little bit like, oh man, we got to figure out where the lines are now. And right away, there's kind of drama between Cass and Tasha.
Well, here's what's interesting and I have questions about is that, okay, so they merge, they're all sitting together, and they're all just spilling the beans.
Yes.
So everyone tells everyone everything.
So interesting about this game.
Right,
is
which
that they're
confuses
just
me though.
so out in the open about everything.
They're like, hey, we blindsided. Savage didn't know. And it's just, I don't know. I'm so confused by that.
Yeah.
But then, fast forward, so then they start trying to build their alliances, we gotta move quick on this.
Right.
Original buy-on, we'd have enough of the numbers.
Right.
And then, but Cass is like, I gotta split this up.
Right. So
she talks to Tasha.
Right, and they sort of sitting on the beach, right, or something, and she's like, are you with buy-on? And Tasha's like, Tasha and Cass played together before, as you all know, I'm sure.
And apparently, Cass
got Tasha out.
Right, so hello, bad blood.
Yeah, and so Tasha's like, this is my second chance. I'm gonna learn from my mistake. I'm not gonna trust Cass. So she's like, I don't really know about buy-on, blah, blah, blah. Well, then Cass turns around and goes to the rest of the original buy-on, and she's like, guess what Tasha said? Tasha said the buy-on is no more. Bye, bye, buy-on. And Tasha's like, what?
Right.
I did not say that.
But see here, this is where I get confused again, because when Tasha was like, I'm not going to be truthful with Cass because I don't trust her, that makes sense to me. That's how you play a game.
Yes.
The fact that everyone's just open and honest confuses me.
Yeah.
So I was on board 100%. Of course Tasha's not going to tell Cass the truth. Then Cass is like, well, Tasha's lying to me, so I'm going to try to blow up her game.
Yes.
What?
It's so weird.
Wouldn't it be so simple to, after Cass walks away, turn to your buy-on tribe and be like, I obviously was not going to tell her the truth.
Right.
Wouldn't everyone understand that?
Right. It's just such a different game, because when everyone's out in the open and honest about everything, when someone does lie, then everybody gets paranoid about it. And it's like, wait a minute, are you supposed to lie to each other?
Everyone should be lying. I'm so confused.
I guess it's just the opposite of Big Brother.
Right.
Cass and Tasha sort of have it out in front of everybody. And then Sierra bombs in out of nowhere.
I want to fight too. Again, who are you, Sierra? You never played a challenge for the first half of the season. And now you just are like, if I can pick a fight, I'm gonna.
Yeah. So then she's like, Savage, blah, blah, blah. And Savage is like, what?
Whoa.
What is going on? Why did my name just get thrown out? Who is Sierra? She's gotta go.
And I loved that later they sort of identified, Sierra will lie, but she'll throw enough truths in there that you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But ultimately she's lying and throwing people off their game.
Yeah. So lines are already being drawn, and then Cass and Tasha literally sit down on the beach, and Cass is like, I see where the line is drawn. And she draws a line in the sand in between them.
Yes.
And
then they just get up and go.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm gonna send you home, Tasha. And it's
oh my gosh. I don't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
It's so...
Happens very fast.
Yeah, it does.
Then they do the immunity challenge, right?
Yeah, so the first individual immunity challenge was this stick that you had to balance a ball on while you're standing on a ramp, a narrow ramp.
Yes, very narrow.
Which they played in that BB&B season.
Yes.
And Tasha actually won it.
Yes, and it was like Spencer and Cass's second chance because they lost it in that season.
I thought that was exciting because then Tasha knows what she's doing.
And didn't they say that it came down to Spencer and Tasha in that season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
And they both still had that skill.
Oh, they did. Like, Tasha's ball did not move.
And neither did her eyes.
Yes.
Like, she was so laser focused on that ball. Like, it was nuts. So they have to balance the ball, and then, like, after 15 minutes or something, they have to grip the pole lower so it's harder to balance it. And then they have to move further down this narrow ramp, and it gets narrower as you go down.
Yes.
So
and clearly that was harder because people were just like dropping like flies after.
And so now you sort of see like who are the threats, who are the big physical threats. So obviously Jeremy, obviously Joe, and then it was Spencer, Tasha, and one other person.
Well, Wigglesworth lasted a little while.
She did, yeah.
But it's like not a physical threat because it didn't seem like they had to be super strong.
But it was like,
fast.
I think your arm would get, like you gotta have a good bicep to like.
But isn't there like another mental level to it?
Totally, yeah.
So it's like a full package.
And it was tough. If somebody fell down next to me, I would get so thrown off, like that they were really good.
Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't just like go like dominoes.
Yeah, right. But ultimately Joe wins immunity. Tasha was very close and she had some very exciting saves, but she couldn't do it.
Joe, solid.
Yeah.
Outlasted everybody.
Yep.
He wins the first individual immunity with this beautiful necklace.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it was
so
gigantic, yeah.
And off they go back to the beach to figure out what the heck they're gonna do.
Right.
Now, with the whole cast and all the drama and everything, they really were divided between the original Bayon and this other hodgepodge group that Cass was ultimately leading. But the Bayon people just needed to make sure they had Joe.
Right.
And they weren't sure they were gonna have Joe because Joe had sort of bonded with Wentworth, who was over on this cast team. So Joe was definitely like the pivotal vote or person.
He was like a swing vote.
Yeah.
And Spencer was kind of in the middle too. Yeah.
So Spencer and he sort of kind of made an alliance of like, we've got each other's back and we just need to decide which side to go. Interesting that then Joe wins immunity. Then the lines didn't seem to be drawn seriously.
Yeah, but what was interesting to me about the whole Spencer and Joe in the middle thing was like, you've got these two really solid camps, but then people realize like Spencer and Joe, even though they're not in a big alliance, are like running the game. Like people were like, they're in charge right now. Like their vote is what's gonna make the difference. So that was interesting that like two people who are sort of on the outs and aren't in a big alliance are the crucial votes. Like that was fascinating to me.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, like you say, it wasn't down the middle and all of a sudden they have 9 people on one side who are basically gonna decide who goes home.
This Bayon group is like, well, clearly Cass or Sierra have to go, and most people were leaning towards Cass, but then like some of the others were sort of just like, yeah, I'm on board. That sounds good. Like Keith and like all of a sudden Cass's group wasn't as strong and they were sitting there watching them deliberate. So Cass knew that something was up. The only thing that they could try was to get enough numbers to get Tasha out.
They were sitting talking about, okay, there's 9 people over there. Obviously they're splitting the vote right now. Like they're deciding who they're gonna vote out other than Cass. If either Cass or Sierra has an immunity idol, they don't want to put all of their eggs in one basket in case someone has an immunity idol. So they decide to split it 5-4, like Cass, Sierra, so that if Cass has that immunity idol, at least they have 4 votes to Sierra, and Sierra will get voted off the island. But then this smaller group with Cass and Sierra and Wentworth and I think one other person, they were like, we have, like if we stick together and if we get Spencer...
Abby.
Oh, and Abby, If we get Spencer on our side, then we'll have the votes to send somebody else home. So we just gotta go get with Spencer. And Cass thought she could do it.
Spencer owes Cass. She thought, she has a talk with him and says, let's get Tasha out. And then they kind of leave it like that. And you don't know which way Spencer's gonna go.
And he was like, maybe.
I mean, I really do feel like Spencer is most changed for his second chance. He said, I didn't make relationships, I didn't play a social game, and I want to do that this go round, and he did. And part of that was putting his trust in Cass, and so he felt like he should back her up right now, but at the end of the day, he was like, I don't really want to get Tasha out. I think I need to go with this other group.
Right. And that sort of mentality speaks to what Sierra was saying at the tribal council.
What was Sierra saying?
Well, remember, first of all, she had a whole weird speech about, like, let's play the game. Like, whatever that means to you, let's play.
The game? Tell me who's not playing
the game. I want names of who's not playing the game. Just because people are voting for you doesn't mean that they're not playing the game.
And they're not shit stirring for no reason.
Yeah, right. So, but then she said, this vote is just this vote.
Yeah.
And then next week, it's a whole different ball game. And who knows where the lines are going to be next week. Like, these alliances...
Was that her or Spencer?
I forget.
Yeah, but that came up.
Yeah, that came up. And that really was Spencer's sort of mentality there, because Cass saved him last week, and then he turned on her, and he voted for her.
He voted for Sierra, which I thought was the way for him not to actually vote for Cass, but not with Cass.
Yeah, but then the whole vote was totally thrown off.
Well, it was funny.
Those four did not stay together, because Sierra voted for Savage, and Wentworth voted for Cass.
So
Wentworth knows she's on the wrong side right now. Like, she's probably doing some work to get back in with this big group.
Yeah, maybe Joe and her talked.
Yeah.
And Joe was like,
yeah.
Maybe.
But it ended up only being 2 votes for Tasha.
Yeah. They, did the whole conversation before the vote. They called out that it was either going to be Sierra, Tasha, or Cass. I was terrified for Tasha. I didn't want Tasha
I was too. I like Tasha a lot.
I think Cass and Sierra do need to get the heck out of there. So they vote, and it was Cass.
Yeah, 7 votes for Cass, so she was eliminated, and I was glad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I actually would have preferred Sierra to go. Yeah. But you gotta get rid of Cass.
Well, and Sierra now, that's an easy out. Like, she has no allies now.
I hope so, but
except maybe crazy Abby, and Abby runs the show, so who knows what's
These people are more crazy than Abby, and she's, like, protected by it.
I know. Abby's, like, nice and quiet and just going with the flow right now.
Smirking too much, though. That's smart. War. But yeah, well, obviously Sierra and Savage are hating each other.
Yes.
Because he was like, I gotta get Sierra out, and everyone else was like, Cass, and he was like, oh. Yeah. And then Sierra votes for him when she shouldn't even have.
Yeah. I don't understand that strategy at all.
No, I think she was just making a point. Like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this merge thing is crazy.
Yeah, so now it's down to 12. And we'll see who wins individual immunity next week.
Yeah. I don't know how you do this individually.
No.
There's no, I don't know, there's no trust.
Yeah, I know.
There's complete honesty, yet no trust
just
whatsoever.
Like blunt, brutal honesty all the time, which is so weird.
I love it.
Yeah.
Tell us what the heck is happening.
Yes, please.
And who's gonna leave next, and who can we trust? Give us some insight.
Yeah.
And give us a like.
And a subscribe.
Yay, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.